And also, did you know that Hello Kitty is not a cat?
What?
What is Hello Kitty?
She's a little girl.
No,
Yes.
I don't.
This
look,
is
no.
this. No, she's a little girl. She's not a cat. This is
Is she
100%
dressed
real.
in a
I
cat
know what little
uniform?
girls look like. That,
Yeah. So
no,
is she in a furry outfit, or is it called furry, whatever outfit or something?
Furry, Jason. Let's be real. You know what a furry is. Frustrated with her thankless office job, Retsuko the Red Panda copes with her daily struggles by belting out death metal karaoke after work. That is synopsis for I said it right the first time, and I can't say it right this time. Aggretsuko. Retsuko. Whatever.
Retsuko.
It's great. Jason, did you because we put this on the list very late in the our development cycle here. Did you end up watching this?
Oh yeah, I finished it.
Yeah, he actually does his homework. Like some of us.
A lot of long nights. A lot of long nights.
So we just watched the first season. We didn't watch the whole show. And this actually, my coworker, I have a coworker who all we do is talk about anime when we're supposed to be working. and this was one of the ones. So she's like, "It's so cute. It's about a red panda who's obsessed with death metal." And I was like, "Ooh!" And so I watched the first episode, and then I asked the guys, "Hey, do you guys want to watch this?" Because
she didn't ask us. She was like, "Yo, we're doing this for this week." Just
and if you don't,
I don't
like
know
it,
if y'all had
off the show.
Yeah, if y'all didn't have, if you have some dates, cancel them. If you got to be with your kid, cancel them.
That's not accurate at all. not accurate at all.
If you know how we do, if you don't know how we do, we always give a 1-sentence review. See that rhyme? I'm about getting better. I'm about to be MC on this thing. Lisa, go ahead with your 1-sentence review.
1-sentence review. Okay. It's like the creator stole a script right out of my life. I want royalties.
Hey, you ain't getting them. Me and Jason are waiting for royalties for 160 years now. Still haven't seen a check. Mr. Jason, go ahead.
Okay. This show was too cute to be this depressingly sad. It's too cute to be this depressingly sad. Thank you.
And scene. Keep it simple. Late stage capitalism blows.
Facts.
That's it.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, you want to start us off with how you think about this here show? How you feel about it?
Yes.
What are your feelings?
It is a weird premise at first because, like, when you pitched it, it was like, oh yeah, it's about this red panda that likes death metal music and works, and I'm like, okay. And so this show's literally just a slice of life, but her life sucks. And when I say sucks, it means I realize that women have it really, really bad. I knew they had it bad. They got it really, really, really bad. And the beauty of this is that they make death metal so easy to make music out of. And I'm like, oh, I should become a death metal artist. I could just say whatever I want and scream it. And then I realized I listened to death metal on my drive home and was like, a lot harder than I thought it would be. I got to learn how to play an instrument or something. Anyway, but besides that, no, it is a great slice of life thing. But I like that every time she has a problem solved, it almost like it creates a new problem to cover up the solving of a problem. And it keeps going. It's almost like a snowball rolling down the hill. And I was just so intrigued by each episode. I'm like, oh, how's she going to get out of here? And then you feel bad for her because usually the episode will end with on a down note. And then the next one, it comes in and you see the repercussions. And it's a very, very roller coaster-esque ride. Like I said, this show is way too cute from all the animals and all that to be sometimes so depressing. And you're like,
so dark.
Go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get that metal out, girl. Go to that karaoke bar. Get that groove on and let it out, boo, because you need it. Hell, go in the stall like you do and let it out, boo. It's okay. It is all right. And I think that sounds weird unless you've seen the show when she goes to the stall. Anyway, but
it's so funny. Oh, my God.
It is. Yeah. It's hilarious, too, because it is pretty much the archetypes of an office. They have it, like the suck-up, the assistant, the nosy one that spreads all the rumors, the real cool girl, the cool guy there. It sets all into it. It was almost like, I'm like, oh, this is like the anime version of The Office, except for with death metal and no Dwight. So yes, I was here for it.
Yeah.
Lisa, how do you feel about this show?
Yeah, so just in case no one actually understands what we're talking about, it's an anime, like they said, slice of life, and it's a female red panda, and she works in an office, and she's 26 years old, and she just cannot get a break, and like her boss is sexist, and like everyone
she's
around,
constantly
like
taken advantage of too.
Constantly being taken advantage of. She's working.
I mean, he's
like
literally a pig, so it fits.
Yeah, he's literally a pig, and she is working herself to the bone and hates and is underpaid, overworked. Like it is very, very meta. And she just is literally she just carries around the karaoke microphone in her purse. And so after work, she goes to a karaoke bar and just screams death metal. And like the first song that you hear her sing is Choke on My Rage.
Which is like one of the most metal lyrics of all time, is to say it's the Choke on My Rage.
And I'm seriously just watching it like, this is my life. Not my life now, but that's how my life was, 2 years ago. On like everything. It was so bad. And just her being like, how can I quit my job? And what do I need to do? And she's to the point where she just goes up to her coworker and was like, do you want to get married? Like,
right.
I can just stay at home wife.
She's trying to find someone to take care of her. And I was like, yes, girl. But there's like the episode which I don't think you saw this, Jason, if you didn't finish it, but there's an
rub
episode
that in, everybody.
where they all go, the whole office goes to karaoke together, and she loses her mind and starts singing about her boss, and she's like, you're a shit boss, and everyone is like, but then they were all so drunk that no one remembers it the next morning.
Nobody remembered.
At my former employment, we actually did that. We went and got super drunk off a soju and did Korean karaoke and just talked shit about each other the whole entire night. But we're all drunk, so it was okay.
Just like her just settling too. Like she just settles, and she has this supposed boyfriend who treating her like trash, and
like this show definitely resonated for me a lot because I think everybody's probably, I don't know, maybe not everybody, but most people have probably been in a place where they feel underappreciated, overly used, and just not really moving forward with their life the way that they thought they were going to move forward with. And especially in a place where you just feel like you're trapped in that situation, and like no matter what you can do, you just feel like this is going to be the only thing that you're ever going to do, and you have to just deal with the bullshit. And so I definitely enjoyed that aspect of the show. The death metal, as a person who actually listens to death metal, I was hoping it would be along the lines of, have you ever watched Metalocalypse with Death Clock?
Yes.
Like that show, even though it's animated, they actually had like metal, like actual metal artists like perform and do like the stuff for the show. And this one just seemed like generic like music that, I've heard of metal music before, but it's not like I've ever like listened to it in a large capacity. So like this is my impression of what death metal music is versus what actual death metal means, which is fine. It's a genre of music that's not for everybody, but I feel like if you're gonna make that a core part of your show, get some dudes in there that know how to shred.
Maybe later, maybe in
the next few, the next seasons they actually have. I mean, it still works. Don't get me wrong, it still works, and I like it that the fact that she is able to get her aggression out through that avenue, and because that's why a lot of us listen to metal, is because we have that sort of picked up angst and anxiety, and those music genre that kind of like let you get it out. But they could do it better. And I don't know how to shred, but I'm just saying.
Look, I don't listen to death metal, so I was in it. I was like, just tell me how you really feel.
I'll be laying on me.
I didn't know how to dance to death metal, so I kind of was just like,
you don't dance to death
metal.
Trying
to move my head in the rhythm of anger, I guess.
We've talked about this. You've never been in a mosh pit.
Yes, I'll be glad to wear that badge.
Oh God, such great! You never been in a wall of death? Such good memories. Such good memories.
There's good good little points too, or just like super like that awkward comedy where remember the gorilla, I can't think of what her name is, and she's like frozen there. And
she's like, my back hurts.
Yeah. She just like can't move
when I walk like this.
It's just so funny.
Even when they, because you assume those two characters are like, I mean, uber bitches.
Yes.
But
yeah, you do.
When you see them with their at the yoga, you know, they were excited to meet her. They were doing the exact same thing, and it's like, oh, that's so funny and cute and relatable.
Protein.
Protein.
The yoga instructor. Oh my God, that was so funny.
So, I think protein means sign here.
Yeah. Protein. All right, my man.
Oh God. This is great.
So,
I enjoyed it.
You guys are anime files. How do you feel about the animation style of this? Do you enjoy it? Do you hate it? Do you want more? Do you need less?
Look, I'll be honest with you. I was not my favorite style of animation, but for what the show is, it works well. For the attitude, and so for some of the jokes to get off properly, the animation style really enhances the jokes and the comedy. But I will admit, like it, and I'm never an animation buff, so that's weird for me to be like, I was about the animation, but it works for the comedy stylings. I just wish it looked a little better, but I'm thinking probably if you watch the further seasons, they probably tighten it up a little more. But
yeah, probably get more of a budget.
That's what I'm thinking too. It seemed low budget, but also it's the little red panda is based off of the I can never say it right. The Hello Kitty characters, Seren.
What's it called? Oh my God! Stop talking so I can think, because I'm never going to
stop talking. All right, we're going to take a moment of silence on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We're still here, but Jason needs to think, guys. So
I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm sorry. That sounded way more mean than I meant to do.
It's fine. No, but you know what I'm talking about. So they actually
Sanrio. There it is.
Sanrio. Okay. So they actually mentioned that, like they actually call her. They're like, go on with your Sanrio or why do you look like a Sanrio character? And she's like, I've heard that before. Like literally, they are Sanrio characters. So yeah, I don't know if it was done on purpose or if it's just low budget. And I think sometimes whenever you have to guess if it's on purpose, then it kind of misses the mark a little bit, you know. But I do think I personally think it's a budget thing instead of on purpose thing, because they're short episodes, even for anime. They're like 16 minutes.
Yeah, not long.
So it might have been like a YouTube show that they put on. I don't know. Who knows what it was originally.
It looks like it was produced in like Flash or one of those internet-based Adobe Photoshop programs where you can do animation quite cheaply and easily and quickly for the internet. For me, it's like
you can do that really cheaply and easily. Oh man, we're gonna redo all the editing on this show now.
Well, Flash has gone out of style, and they no longer support it anymore.
Right. It's not 2000.
This is not 2003. I would charge you $1,500 per 30 seconds of animation, and that's cheap.
I just want things that, like, when we disagree, I get our eyes to bug out and that craziness like that. Yeah. That's all.
But for me, like, it feels like if you were watching another show and they did a parody of anime on that show, that this show seems like that kind of thing. Like they're parodying anime when they were actually just kind of just doing anime, which is kind of weird. So like, I feel like that's kind of stuff where they're just trying to like, this is like the flashy anime style. Here you go. And it's still, it works for what the show is trying to present to you. But other than that, I mean, it's an endearing art style that you kind of grow to kind of like it. I mean, in my opinion, even though I think all anime sucks. That's what I know. But it's crazy. And also, did you know the Hello Kitty is not a cat?
What?
What is Hello Kitty?
She's a little girl.
No.
Yes.
I don't.
No, she's a little girl. She's not a cat. This is 100% real.
I know what little girls look like.
Yeah. So is she in a furry outfit, or is it called furry, whatever outfit or something?
Furry. Jason, let's be real. You know what a furry is. Let's just not pretend.
I know what it is. I can't pronounce it. I say words like ambulance. I know you. Furry. Yes.
I've
furry,
seen you on the weekends in your. I know.
Yeah. Well. You gotta show what you like. You gotta let the beast out on the weekend. Okay.
Look that up. I swear to God. Hand to Christ. If I'm lying,
it's fine, because I don't care what the internet says. It's a lie.
Yeah.
No, it's a lie. The creator of Hello Kitty has stated that she is not a cat. She's a little girl with like a cat head.
So she's wearing a helmet or a mask,
or a mask, or maybe she was
serial killer.
Yeah, maybe she's a serial killer. I always thought she was that one. The little Batru. What's the little penguin? He's definitely.
I don't know any of their names. I know Karobi.
Yeah, I had a friend in high school who was obsessed with the Sanrio. We would go out to Perimeter Mall because that was the closest Sanrio store, and spend like hours there.
There was one at Gwinnett. There was one at Gwinnett Place.
There was one at Gwinnett Place, but the one at Perimeter was better. Had more stuff.
Okay. So let's get our history.
Let's get it. Oh, okay.
Correct. I'm sorry. Okay, this is not the place for lies.
If you were a true Sanrio fan, you would go to the one in Perimeter.
I'm just,
if you were just
so confused by all of this. This is why I need animation, so I can have like question marks coming around my head.
My favorite is when they put the little lines on their face.
Yeah.
Like, I need that all the time.
My life, that would be permanently stitched to my face because I'm always, in a state of embarrassment or whatever. What other things can we judge this thing by? Anime-ness.
So we're going to do headcanon.
Yeah, let's just do our head thing. Let's just do the thing. If y'all don't know, if now you know, we give it a head if it's good, canon if it's meh, if it's mid, as the kids say, or a circus if it's terrible. Seems pretty logical. Lisa, story-wise, what do you give it?
Oh, story is head. It's like a documentary.
Still waiting for the royalty checks.
Yeah.
Jason?
I'll give it head on this one. They definitely kept me intrigued to see how far and how terrible her life could go. But needless to say, I enjoyed the medal.
I'm also going to give it a head. As I said, this is definitely something I know I can relate to, even though I'm not a lady, and a lot of her stuff are specifically sexist. I could definitely relate to a lot of the other stuff that she goes to. Animation-wise, Lisa.
I think it's got to be canon. I don't think it's Circus, because it is still, they still put time into it. So I think it's canon.
All right. Jason?
Oh, man, it's some clown shoes. I can't do it. I can't dig it. Can't do it. Can't win with it. Can't win without it.
This is why we need Jaron here sometimes, because as an animation guy, I need Jaron to come over here and tell me that I'm wrong, because I'm going to give it a canon because I actually like it. It's not the best, but I enjoy it. And Jaron's like, "Where's my frames?"
Yeah.
His normal arguments, like, "I want my frames back," and I'm like, for every frame, that's like a person spending like 2 hours, right?
Right.
All right, and this is the last thing. This is what I'm going to. The songs. How would you like them? Go, Jason. You go. You did.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it some head, man. I was into that thing, boy. I was waving my head around, and I was here for it.
Lisa,
Yeah, it's head. I mean, you're a shit boss. That is a fantastic line that I have wanted to scream at the top of my lungs and choke on my rage. Is just like I need that tattooed over my heart.
Get it like real metal. Get on your throat. Just choke on my rage.
Choke on my rage.
I'm gonna give it a cannon. You know, as a metal guy, you know, they could do a little bit better metal, but it's not as bad as the worst metal. You know, I'm sorry. You know, when we come in here and talk about country, then we'll let you have the floor, Jason. I don't know, classical Afro jazz, then you'll have
for those that are just listening, I put up my pinky to be very sophisticated in my opinion about animation.
Look,
the
hey, at least it's about the music this time and not about the animation, all right?
That's true. That is true.
You gotta pick your battles.
Yeah. Look, let me be pretentious about something. I bought a pipe, for crying out loud. I have to be pretentious about something.
That's pretty cool, though. That's really cool.
All right, Jason. On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best and 1 being the worst, and anywhere between being a scale of those two things.
I'm gonna give it a 3.8, not quite 4, because I'm losing points on the animation for me. But I did enjoy it, and it kept my girls quiet for 15-minute intervals. So it was great.
Oh my god, these ratings.
I love.
I need to know now what
I have to.
Zer Square Lid is gonna say about this one if they're still here.
It's like, as long as it keeps my kids quiet, I don't have to worry about them. Yeah. That's 5 out of 5 in my book. Lisa, what would you get?
It's 4 out of 5. I think it just, the story I think makes up for anything that it's lacking otherwise. Yeah, love it.
Well, I'm going to give it a 3.814.
Oh, Jesus.
There you go.
Okay.
This isn't The Price is Right, Jason. Okay. You don't got to put a 1 over mine.
3 point, because I'm just like, I'm like 10 hundredths of % more liking it than Jason does.
Wow.
Wow.
This was barely inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience. Oh, I love making money. Freaking me out. You know, thank you everybody for joining us here on the Headcanon podcast. You know, we are everywhere that you want to be found. You know, your Apple Podcasts, your Spotify's, your YouTubes, your Twitters, your Twitches, your Facebooks. Also, I got a shout out for our book club. We are doing our book club. I believe we're going to be doing that on November the 30th. That's when we're doing the book club. It is the taking of Jake Livingston. Lisa's already got the book. You got paper. You got a paperback?
Yeah,
what kind of book file are you?
What did you get?
Hard.
And I got Kindle, so we got all sorts.
This is by Ryan Douglas. Hopefully, other Jason number A can get Ryan Douglas on the show. If not, we'll still have a good time. Who cares? I mean, it would be cool, but you know,
it would be super.
Pick up your copies, very cheap. Not the book is not cheap. I mean, the book is cheap, but it's not cheap. You know, guys know what I'm saying. Y'all can afford it. That's what I'm saying.
$9.99 for the paper copy.
Yeah, y'all can afford it.
I don't know what the hardback costs.
I know, right?
$47.99. Because I'm rich. I'm like, you know, my fetish is hard-covered books.
There you go. Put it on their feet. Make sure they
put them on
the page with their toes.
Next week, tell us what to watch next week for our feet podcast.